Hello and good morning. Today I am here in downtown Mount Dora to show you what to expect, especially if you want to come here, check it on out, and talk about some of the restaurants that I've been to so far. This is probably one of my favorite towns or small towns that I love coming to. But pro tip, if you come here on the weekend, try to get here early because the later you come, the busier it gets. Standing up here on Donnelly Park, it kind of gives you an idea of what we're going to be looking at today here on a 44-degree day here in Florida. So it's a little chilly, but I can't wait to show you the town. I came down here early today because it's not as busy, and I will be heading down the main strip so that I can show you what is there and what you can expect. But look at this building right here, the Shamrock building. That is an amazing building, all the brickwork and just the detail on it. The history that that building holds is probably incredible. A real estate license company is now in there, so in case if you're interested in buying any properties here in Mount Dora, that's one stop that you can check out some properties. Me and Lindsay have been in here quite a few times to come get some ice cream, or I should say for her, at the Mount Dora confectionery. But look at this painting right here next to it. Little child enjoying the lollipop, all the candy surrounding. They have so much in there that you can actually go and check out. This cafe is really popular down here in Mount Dora. A lot of people love coming here. One flight up, you get to go above all the restaurants and kind of look down. I don't recommend it on a cold day like this, but I definitely will be coming back to actually experience it. See what it's like, see if their coffee's any good, the soups, salads, and they even have wine, bar, and frozen drinks. There's a whole bunch of different gift shops, mom and pop owned, that have a whole bunch of different things that you can come, check out, experience. This one's got a whole bunch of beach themed. I might have to come back here in the future, especially for me and Lindsay. We absolutely love going to the beach. Me and Lindsay have eaten here once. Let's do a Maine lobster roll. It's an okay restaurant, not the best. There is other restaurants here that I would definitely recommend before this one. I was walking by this jewelry shop when I noticed something that seemed a little off. Right here next to me, there is a Photoshop. It's almost like supermodels, but look at the ring, the necklace, and the earrings. Something definitely does not match up. That's actually really funny. If you're looking for anything for your furry friends, Piglet's Pantry Dog Bakery has a whole bunch to offer. There's so much. I've been in here, checked it out, looking for like different collars for Max and Roxy. And this gives you kind of an idea of what this store has to offer. But there's so much inside. I did not know this was here. Welcome to Piglet's Pantry Dog Bakery since 1997. First dog bakery in Central Florida. The largest selection of all natural homemade dog treats in the Southeast. And it even talks about Piglet, showing what Piglet looked like. Oh, this looks like Piglet died in 2006. Rest in peace, baby girl. Oh my gosh, I've only made it a block and my hands are freezing. I got a cup of coffee at Foxtail Coffee and it's already cold. So that's saying something here in Florida. If I were to turn left on 4th Avenue and only go maybe half the way, there is 2 different museums that I'm definitely going to be coming back to. One, me and my friend Rob have been to, the Old City Jail. But then there is an old firehouse, but I'll show that later on, and I'll show you where exactly it is. At most of the intersections, you will find signs talking about the businesses, where to find them, or what street that you might be on. This one right here in front of me is Wolf Branch. It is a brewery, but that's not the only thing that's in here. They do have a Mount Dora marketplace, and then they even have a couple other experiences that you can come and get some ice cream, it looks like. And there's even more down this way. Right next to Submarina Sandwich, they do have a cocktail lounge. This looks really interesting, especially upstairs. The Handlebar, Mount Dora. There's definitely a lot of places that I have to come and check out. The Studio Art Farm, and then they do have a bake shop. There's so much to walk around and just experience here in Mount Dora. Alright, I'm getting sidetracked by going down the wrong way. I wanted to go down the main strip first before I started walking down this side. So I'm going to make my way back and show you what else is there. I'm almost at the end of the main street, but on 3rd Avenue, that's where I'm going to make a right-hand turn. go all the way down towards the water, or almost towards the water, because there's a train depot that's really historic and is incredible. I wanted to try Edge Coffee, but there is a sign on the door talking about how it's closed for rebranding and renovations. It looks like it's going to be opening at the end of the month. This is one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to come over here and try their coffee. This is an old train car. Has a whole bunch of stickers, decals on the windows talking about Edge Coffee, or just the logo I should say. But look, there's the entrance to the old car. It would be pretty amazing if Edge Coffee made this into like a museum talking about the trains that used to come through Mount Dora, or just the history. It looks like I'm not going to be getting in there anytime soon. I wanted to look at the train car on the opposite side and see if it was being used, and it definitely looks like it's being used for something. There's a whole bunch of equipment, and it looks like even a sewage pipe underneath. I really wish they would open it, because I would definitely go in there and explore. One of the most historical places here in Mount Dora is the Lakeside Inn, 1883, with this amazing picture opportunity right next to the railroad tracks. Yeah, no, I couldn't pass up on a sick pic. Here's what the Lakeside Inn looks like. Boat tours, waterside bar. Looks like they have a whole bunch of different offerings. Now we're coming up to what I really wanted to explore, was the Mount Dora old train depot. I know that there used to be trains on here. I don't think it's being used anymore, but it'd be incredible if there was an old steam locomotive coming down and stopping to pick up passengers. Right on the side of the train depot, they have the Atlantic Coastline Train Bulletin. I don't think there's any trains picking up anymore going to New York or Fort Myers, but that'd be incredible if you were able to jump on the train at 6 a.m. and head to New York, or at 9:07 p.m. and head to Fort Myers. The building is used for chambers of commerce now, but it has a whole bunch of information, and especially for the holidays, they put up a Christmas tree right next to where this is. It's also used for the Visitors Center, but there's a plaque on the side here talking about the Atlantic Coastline Railroad Department, 1915, has been placed here in the National Registry of Historical Places. You can imagine everybody coming here, getting their tickets, waiting for the train, and headed up to New York, just walking those double doors. I did notice all over the ground, there is a whole bunch of bricks with people's names on them. It looks like this section is Chamber Walk of Chairs. Maybe anybody that served on the Chamber of Commerce here in Mount Dora. And it looks like there was plenty of people. The visitor center's not open quite yet, so I'm definitely gonna have to come back, walk around it, see if there's anything talking about this train depot and the trains that actually used to come here. It looks like they're taking down all their holiday decorations. This one looks like Bob Ross, or a dog form of Bob Ross, talking about Happy Holidays from Studio Art Farm. Right across from the Chamber of Commerce, they do have a British restaurant. It is really good, especially if you do want to experience different drinks or just get some fish and chips. I highly recommend this location, the Magical Meat Boutique. I love that they turned this old British telephone booth into an information center. Doesn't look like there's much in there right now, but it gives you a whole bunch of different things on their menu. Let's see what it looks like inside. Wow, that's pretty heavy. There's a closer look of the menu. They have a whole bunch of different things. And wow, this is making me really hungry. This is definitely a place me and Rob are gonna have to come and check. Ma's Mountain Moonshine. That sounds really cool. When you come around Christmas time, here at Sunset Park, right here on the brick road is where they put the tree. And that's where they do the lighting ceremony. And they even have the fake snow, or snope, as we call it here in Florida. And there is even dog walking trails here. And this isn't a bad little park. If we continue walking past where the tree would be and go towards the yacht club, we're headed towards the water. You can kind of see it off in the distance. I'm gonna see if I can get a little closer and show you what it looks like. Oh my gosh, this breeze makes it so much more colder. Please, please wind, stop. It looks like a lot of the tours would be coming out of this little marina. The dock is incredible. City of Mount Dora Public Boat Dock. This is a nice place. to come and just walk around, especially on a windy day like this. Here's a list of all the different boat tours that you can take. It looks like there's a sunset cruise, a shoreline tours, and it keeps going on where it can be a little bit longer, even 3 hours. But look at this view. This is amazing. So calming here in the boats, rocking back and forth, especially with all the wind that's going on right now. You can even see the flags off in the distance. They're blowing. I was making my way back up to Sunset Park and I looked over in Shadow Harbor Lane, private. Look at this classic vehicle in here. Now I'm not gonna go any further because it is private property and I don't want to trespass, but that is an amazing classic car with Santa sitting in the back. I love that they keep some of the old world charm, especially when you're walking around, checking out all of the different shops and just supporting small businesses. This is a cool little area with a whole bunch of different little shops and a fountain way at the end. Looks like there's a couple different places here to get some wine, walk in the woods, and then even a pizzeria. But I wanted to come check out this fountain and see how relaxing it is back here. This is a really cool spot just to come sit, relax, drink some of that wine. Not a huge fan of wine, but still really cool. Even games for kids, so that way they can relax with you. We're coming up to a German restaurant. I was actually disappointed with this restaurant. I ate here not too long ago, and the portion size for what they charge is not that great, especially for the beers. There was a lot of foam on top of the beer itself, where I was kind of a little disappointed. I did get bratwurst here, and it was okay. Not the best, but it wasn't bad. But I definitely want to come back here and try it one more time to give them like the benefit of the doubt and just see if it will change. Before I make my way back to the main street and go down the opposite side of the road to show you other places, I wanted to show you this awesome mural right here at the Segway. This is probably where they do a lot of Segway tours. They can drive around, see Mount Dora, especially with a guide, so that we can show you all the cool sights. One of the places I wanted to check out was Serendipity Brews, coffees and craft beers. This place looks incredible, especially it says it has a whole bunch of different drinks inside, wine, cafe, live music. I'm definitely coming back here in the future. You can see that there used to be an old movie theater here. Back in the day, you could go up here, get your tickets, go inside and see some screens. I really wish they would open this back up. I would definitely come out here and check out some flicks. One of my favorite buildings is right across from this hotel sign. You'll see exactly why I love coming around here, walking around. This building right over here kind of reminds me of New Orleans. It's got that vibe where some people would be standing up there, throwing beads down. There would be a parade going through the street. And here's another look of Shamrock Building. This is where they have a lot of listings for a lot of properties, but we're gonna go down the main street on the right-hand side this time. Here's a look of that One Flight Cafe where you can dine outside, especially up above, and you get an amazing view. There's a couple different coffee places here that I didn't even realize. The Village Coffee Pot, and right next to that, the Black Swan. And then there's even this like shopping little center here on the right hand side. It's got a lot to offer, and wow, it's really quiet in here. Normally this is packed, especially with a lot of people walking around looking at the merchandise. Here is some of the restaurants and gift shops that you can find inside of here. I'm definitely going to the second floor or third, depending on how high I can get, and see what it looks like from up there. There's a few different things up here, like a salon, art studio, and even a place where you can buy different properties, and then shades and lighting. But look at the view from up here. It's actually really cool. Gives you a different perspective of this little courtyard where you can go shopping. Even a really cool game and bookstore, barrel of books and games. So many different Monopoly games in there. Oh, I see a Scooby-Doo board game in there. Now this is a really unique book. I Need a New Butt. Wow. I love that all this history is right here for everybody to come and read and just see, especially seeing who used to live here and even what Mount Dora used to look like back in the day. There's even these photos over here showing some of the old businesses and what it looked like. This is so awesome. One of our favorite shops to come to is St. Nick's Holiday Shop. All of the decorations that are inside are incredible, and there's so much to see, and everybody in there is so friendly. Like, look at this penguin. It's such an amazing shop just to walk around. And even the polar bear. And here's some of what to expect if you go on inside. I'm definitely going to be walking around inside eventually and showing you how cool it is. And even a flags and sports shop, Ashley's. These are perfect, especially on a windy day like today. You can hear them. The wind makes it really peaceful. There's a lot to see at this shop. There's even historical tours of a walking tour checking out these historical homes, and it even tells you which trails to take. This is something I would probably do in the future. It's definitely starting to get busy down here. Everything is starting to open up, the shops, bars, restaurants, but I wanted to make my way over to the museums that I definitely will be coming checking out in the future, the Old City Jail and even the firehouse. Right off of 4th Avenue, that's where you're gonna find the Old City Jail and the original firehouse, right down this alleyway. And here it is, the Mount Dora History Museum, Old Firehouse and City Jail. It's not open quite yet. It does have limited hours, 1 to 4 most days. It looks like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. This is an amazing museum that I'm definitely going to come back to. Headed down the opposite direction from the actual downtown area, I am going towards North Donnelly. I wanted to go check out a church. The church is incredible. I've driven past it a few times, but I want to walk around it. Look at this church. Congregational Church of Mount Dora, organized in 1883. A little church with a big heart. This is a beautiful church. I've seen the service, or on Sunday, drove by it and seen everybody coming out, and I would love to go inside there, take a tour, and just see what it looks like inside. Because I bet it's just as amazing inside as it is out here. Now there's one more stop that I do want to make, and I want to show you an amazing pizzeria where you can get a whole bunch of different things that me and Lindsay have been to a few times, and it is incredible here in Mount Dora. Now I was going to walk all the way over here, but my hands were freezing and beet red. But that brings us to Pizza Mora. This is an amazing pizza location really close actually to Mount Dora, or downtown Mount Dora, where I was just walking. This is a place that you definitely have to come and check out. It doesn't open for a while, but I've had strombolis here, pizza, salad, and it has not disappointed. It has like a little kick to it, but it is an amazing establishment to come and check out. Now, that is gonna do it for my tour of Mount Dora and what you can expect of the area. I am glad that I am leaving now because it was starting to get really crazy in downtown Mount Dora, especially with all the shops, and there was even like an art festival going on. But if you did like today's adventure, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that notification button so you get notified every time I come out with a future video, and make sure you stay tuned because I will be doing plenty more, especially around this area, even of Pizza Mora, showing the food that you can experience and all the other restaurants. So stay warm, and I'll see you very soon.